What's up guys, Noah from Stage 3 Motorsports here, and today we're going to be doing a quick overview on these CoverKing seat covers for the Ford Ranger. So starting off first, these are the CoverKing Ballistic Cordura seat covers with the MOLLE panels on the back. So they do have a couple different styles, but this is one of the more popular ones that adds sort of a tactical look to the vehicle and features that MOLLE system for additional storage. Comes with a couple different pouches and holsters and things for the back of the seats. So that way you can kind of utilize that space that normally wouldn't be doing anything. Now, before we go into the details of how all that works and kind of the utility that comes with it, let's talk about the actual fitment of the seat covers and sort of the install process here. So getting the covers on isn't necessarily super difficult, but it is a little bit time consuming. You're probably going to end up spending an hour to do the front seats and the back seats. There's a lot of just kind of little finicky areas where you have to work the straps through and get underneath all the wires or around everything so you're not pinching and pulling on stuff that you don't want the covers tied up into underneath the seat. And then getting it just kind of to fit straight and look nice is a little bit of a struggle. I will say that even once you have them totally dialed in and fitted as good as you can, they're still going to be a little bit loose, and there is just, some kind of crinkles in the fabric. Some of this stuff does tend to smooth out with a bit of heat and just kind of some wear over time. It'll stretch and ease it into place a little bit more. But these covers, just with the material and the way they're designed, aren't naturally a super tight fitting cover. With that, I found the front seats to be a little bit more difficult to install than the rear. The rear is a bit more straightforward. Obviously, you don't have a lot of electrical connectors and moving pieces that you have to work around back there, so it's more so just slipping it over, getting it pulled through underneath the seat, and then wrapping your headrests. And I think the back looks pretty nice because of that. It's able to fit just a little bit more tightly, and it does provide some good protection, especially if you have, some kids or your dogs or something back there and you don't want them tearing up the seats. Obviously, up front, you're still going to get that same kind of protection, and it's the same material, so it is very functional, but it's just not as tight of a fit. And the headrests especially have some weird stuff going on with the way that they were created. They just don't really pull super nicely underneath, and so you get a little bit of a loose flap on the sides. Once again, not the end of the world, and they're not necessarily made to be show car quality and looks, they're made to protect. Now, talking in terms of the actual material they used on these seat covers, it is this sort of tough ballistic Cordura, as they call it, that has a very outdoorsy feel to it. It's a lot more rugged. This isn't going to be a nice, really soft, supple seat cover. It's not a luxury item in that regard, but I like the way it feels because it does feel durable, and you want it to be something that's going to function, especially in a truck setting where you may be using this in a work vehicle that you're going to be getting in and out of a lot, or you're going to be getting mud and dirt and grease on them. You want something that's going to hold up and isn't just going to soak in all the stains and look really bad or tear as soon as you start using it every day. So these do have the feeling that they're going to hold up well. We'll definitely see what happens as we run them in our Ranger, but I'm pretty confident that they'll work well for what we do with it, just as an outdoors vehicle. So obviously the main reason that people really are interested in these seat covers is because of that MOLLE storage system on the back, and that really is what sells here, is the ability to use these as more of an effective, easy access kind of storage area in the back of your seats and give you some more areas to put things in the cab without just having stuff filling up your cup holders and side pockets. With that system, you are going to get a couple different pouches that come with the seat covers when you buy them, but it is worth noting that you're only going to have the MOLLE system on the front seat covers. The rears are strictly just a protective covering. There isn't sort of a pouch or any sort of storage add-on for that. It's just going to protect the actual fabric. On the front seats, you do have the panels on both the driver and passenger side. You're going to have some small pouches, little things where you could fit in maybe a little bit of ammunition or a little medical kit, some flashlights, stuff like that can be tucked in there. They do give you the ability to add some pouches or holsters and harnesses that could hold small arms or things along those lines. And then obviously you can get creative and figure out other stuff you want to loop through or hang off the MOLLE panels on the back. But it's nice that they give you a couple pouches to start with that are going to hold up and work for just general hunting use, camping use, even for work use, depending on what you do. So guys, this is going to be a wrap on our overview of these ballistic seat covers from CoverKing. If you guys are interested in picking up a set of these for your truck, we'll have some links down in the description below, and it is also worth noting that there's a couple different color options there so you can find something that fits your vehicle. But as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.